Ke sorkar jela mentaka sengi kala menjer ban pendono ya kaan jong ke jela mat pyntrei kamno da kaan jong sorkar kmie kamanlang kaan batmai na bantai ki nongdie madan berkumjuru halor kami clear street vendor protection of livelihood and regulation of street vending rule arjar apuar.
A draft bill to repeal the State Act and to adopt the Central Act, and also the draft Meghalaya Street Vendors Protection of Livelihood and Regulation of Street Vending Rules 2022 for the state of Meghalaya was taken up and discussed. As you all know, that the state government had enacted the Meghalaya Street Vendors Protection of Livelihood and Regulation of Street Vending Act 2014. However, the government of India recently had legislated in the year 2014 the Street Vendors Protection of Livelihood and Regulation of Street Vending Act in March 2014. So, in a follow-up to the communication of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Government of India, the department has gone ahead to bring this agenda to the cabinet to repeal the present Meghalaya Street Vendors Protection of Livelihood and Regulation of Street Vending Act 2014, and in its place adopt the Central Act. So this matter was discussed, and the cabinet gave its nod to the repeal of the State Act, and consequent to this, we have also adopted the Regulation of Street Vending, Protection of Livelihood and Regulation of Street Vending Rules 2022. So this is just an adoption of the Central Act, and this is pursuant to that we have to frame rules. So I can read some of the salient points mentioned in the rules. It will involve the setting up of provisional town vending committees. Then the constitution of these town vending committees would be, in terms of official member, the chairperson would be the chief executive officer or the executive officer of the municipal board. Representative of the deputy commissioner, not below the rank of additional deputy commissioner, would be the member secretary. Representative of the police, not below the rank of ASP, would be that is assistant superintendent of police, would be the member. Representative of traffic police, member. District health medical officer, member. Representative of planning authority, member, and representative of district council as a member. There would also be non-official members, which would namely be representatives of the street vendors shall not be less than 40% of total members in the committee. One representative from market and trade associations, one representative from non-government organizations and community-based organizations shall not be less than 10% of total members in the committee, one representative from local traditional institutions wherever applicable, and one representative from nationalized lead bank in the city or town as the case may be. There would be, the rules would spell out the mode of election or selection of the non-official members. The rules would also spell out the procedure for meeting of the town vending committees, then constitution of the grievance redressal committees, how people can make basically the form and manner of making application to the grievance redressal committee, etc., etc. So there was this ambiguity on this matter because of also the fact that there is a central act which is in place, and whether we will adopt this, and there was a move to ask the government to adopt the Central Act. So now that the Central Act has been adopted in the state of Meghalaya, I think that those there will be much more clarity as to the issues which have been raised by the Honorable High Court, and I think that there will be no further ambiguity.